Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. It's been great fun doing the blueprints videos, and Simon's continued them with sessions after our time was up on the stream. So thank you if you joined us on the blueprints. It's just intriguing, and what a game it is, and what a pickle we get into on it. And it's great to have your company. If you've been one of those who have joined along or watched the VODs afterwards, even well done. That has been fun. Now, the extra stuff on the channel just keeps on going. On Fridays, of course, we have our crossword masterclass, but we added another video this week with Simon doing a cryptic crossword with Peter Svidler, the great chess grandmaster and commentator, who was unbelievable fun doing the puzzle with Simon and absolutely coping with it in a second language. Incredible scenes. He really is extraordinary. It's a very good video to watch if you have the slightest interest in working out a cryptic clue every now and then. And then if you do, there's stuff on our Patreon where we solve extra crosswords, Simon and myself separately. But also on Patreon, of course, this month's Sudoku Hunt is the Wind in the Willows, featuring Mr. Mole trying to get through 12 puzzles and his advent calendar, and you can help him do that and enter the competition at the same time. And there are solution videos. If you $3 a month Patreon, you can see solution videos to previous Sudoku hunts. I mean, there's so much going on. It's just madness. Connections videos, gridogram videos. Oh, so much to watch, and also so much to solve. If you get our apps, you can have a go at Classic Sudoku 2, our latest one, or the Worms. We've got a killer Sudoku app if you like today's. We've got, there's a link to Sven's Sudoku pad, but the first link under this video is to Sliced Magic by Bene, who credits Dawned and Speff with helping test this puzzle. Bene's only recently started creating Sudokus, but Dawned and Speff both featured. I had to look this up, I'm afraid. We had two puzzles in a video 3 years ago. Brown Bear and Grizzly Bear, I think they were. And the video title was something along the lines of "You decide which is best." So, of course, people posted Bears beats Battlestar Galactica and false Black Bear and that sort of thing, which was most amusing if you are a fan of Dwight Schrute, as Simon is. Now, let's have a look at the rules of Sliced Magic by Bene. Normal Sudoku rules apply, so 1 to 9 will go in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Digits in a cage may not repeat, and sum to the total given. 4 3x3 magic squares were torn to pieces, and all the pieces have been placed onto the grid, represented by killer cages. The pieces were placed down without altering their rotation. Exactly one of the killer cages is not part of a magic square. And magic squares feature that each row, column, and diagonal sums to the same total. So if you had a magic square here, for instance, every row of it would sum to the same total, every column and every 3-cell diagonal. Oops, that one and that one. And each magic square, it is specified, uses the digits 1 to 9 exactly once, so no Parker squares today. Okay, well, those are the rules. I don't know how hard this is going to be. Let's press the button and let's get cracking. You can try on that link under the video. I'm going to add all the cages. So how many 15 cages are there? Look, that worked. Good old Sven. You hold down a cell on a 15 cage and they all light up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 3-cell 15 cages. That sums to 150. Then the 2-cell cages, 25, 32, 41. We've got to a total of 191. The total of 4 magic squares is going to be 45, the sum of the digits 1 to 9. It's a secret that I've just let you in on, and you can share wisely. 45 times 4 is 180. 191 minus 180 is 11. And that means the only bogus cage here is going to be the 11 cage. So I'm going to ignore that and say that these other cages are part of a magic square. Now, I think the 2-cell cages, the pieces were placed down without altering their rotation. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so these 3-cell cages must be in the same magic square. Sorry, the 2-cell cages must be. The way I'm seeing that immediately, and there may be other ways to see this quickly, is that there are a lot of 3-cell magic squares, and obviously you can make up a magic square with 3 cells on top of 3 cells on top of 3 cells. That will do it. And therefore, if you start using a 2-cell magic square, you've broken up the ability to use 3 3-cell pieces. So you're going to have to use other reduced pieces. And since there's no 1-cell pieces, you're going to have, having reduced by 1 by using a 2-cell piece, you're going to have to reduce by another 1 by using another 2-cell piece, and then reduce by a further 1 by using the third 2-cell piece. Now, I then started wondering, how do you slot these together in a magic square and leave 1 cell in each row? And that is by combining them with this 15. This is going to have to be the complement. So one of the magic squares that got torn to pieces you can now consider is green. And it's either made up of 2, 3, let me just use some other colours. 3 2-cell cages like that and a 3-cell cage like that. Or you could put the 3-cell cage on the left-hand side and have it like that. So those configurations are how these work. Now, the things I know about a magic square that are worth going through are, and the reasons I know them. So let's imagine this box was a magic square. The box, again, because of the secret, adds up to 45. So if we divide that into 3 rows, they each add up to 15. Now, this cell will be in 4 different 3-cell sums. And the only digit that can go in 4 different 3-cell sums is a 5. So 5's always in the center of a magic square. The corner cells can't include 1 or 9, because 1 and 9, they're part of 3 different sums, and 1 and 9 can only be part of 2 different sums, 168 and 159. So 1 and 9 must go in cells contiguous to the 5, in one of these cells. In fact, they must be opposite each other to have a column or row summing to 15. And then it turns out that you've got 4 evens and 2 odds to place. Well, the evens have to go 2 to every row and column and diagonal. So the evens will end up in the corners and the odds in a plus shape in a magic square. So those are what magic squares look like. And that's going to be important, although I don't know actually how to use it. Maybe we should focus on this after we've identified all of these greens. Obviously, all these other 15 rows, they're very hard to match up. They're going to be sitting in stacks in the actual magic squares. The 3 there, what I just explained is that you get this plus of odd digits. So here, the 3 is going to be, since there's no rotation, this is going to be the middle cell to get an odd digit there. And this is going to therefore be the 5, and this is going to add to 15 and be the 7. So that is the middle strut of one of the magic squares. Let's actually make it orange, and we'll hope to find the other 2 struts, which will... One of them will include a 9, and its even digits will be 2 and 4. So it'll either be 294 or 492. And the other one will include a 1 in the middle and 6 and 8 on the outsides. Now, I was planning to work on the green cell first. No, let's have a look at this row. 11's not in a cage. And this 11 sum isn't 3, 8 or 6, 5. So it's either 2, 9 or 4, 7. These 3 digits could include 2 even digits, except that one of the even digits is in that 11 cage. So they can't include 2 even digits. So these are 2 odds on the... Oh, well, this is 3 odds again, isn't it? Since you can't get 2 even digits in and the cage adds up to 15, it's 3 odds. So again, 5 is in the middle. I shouldn't colour this orange because it definitely won't be in the same cage as this one. Let's make it yellow. And these 2 digits don't include 3, but they're both odd. They must be 9 and 1. And now this red cage that is not in a magic square is a 4, 7 pair. That digit is a 2. And we found another central row. I was going to say now this isn't a central row, but I don't know that. It could be a 753 or a 357 central row. 14 cage. I don't know whether I should be using the Sudoku geometry or of the grid or thinking more about the magic squares at the moment. It's a bit hard to work that one out for me. I'm tempted more down the Sudoku path. If this cage held... Oh, how could that cage hold 6 and 8? Let's think back to our magic square. It looks like this in terms of odds and evens. A 6-8 cage of even next to even doesn't fit into that anywhere. So this is a 5-9 cage and is part of a central strut of 5, 9. It's part of a central strut of 5, 9, 1, like that one. And that means the central digit of this vertical cage is a 1. It's either on that side or that side of the magic square. Right, the 1s are always surrounded by 2 even digits, which are 6 and 8, to make the 15 cage. And now in the green magic square, we've used 6, 8, 1, 5 and 9. This must be a 2, 7 cage, and that must be a 3, 4 cage to use up the digits. And that did 2 is telling us which way round 7 and 2 go. And now we know that 7, 2 stacks somewhere under 5, 9. Well, again, I'm sorry, I'm going to just take you back to think about the parity shape of the cage. The 5, 9's in the middle row, but 7, 2 is beneath or above it. And it's got the 2 on the right. So it must be on the right-hand side. So 7 can be in the middle and 2 on the right. And therefore, in the other 2-cell cage, it's got to be odd on the left and even on the right. Isn't that a weird way of solving a puzzle? But it must be right. And I don't think that's going to tell us which way round the 6 and 8 go, because the 7 and 2 could slot either side of them. I'm trying to imagine this as the original green magic circle, magic square, but it could be this one. No, it couldn't. No, it couldn't. This has to be on the left. Yes, but I still don't know whether it's 7 or 2 above or 3, 4 below. So I don't think I can resolve the 6 and the 8, weirdly. Anyway, that 4 has sorted out this 4, 7 cage. Then there's going to be a 4 down here by Sudoku and a 7 in one of those 2 cells. Oh, we must know the order of the 5, 9 because the 5 is going in the center parallel, if that's the word, with the odd digits. So that's there, and the 9 is on the right with 4 and 2. It is on the right. It is definitely sitting here, the broken up cage. So, anyway, that was some progress. It's weird. I'm absolutely sure what I'm doing is right. I'm not sure I'm explaining it in a way that you're understanding. I hope I am, but who knows? Now, I was just wondering whether 753 is the fill of this cage, because 7, 5 and 3 in this box have to go in these cells. Obviously, one way to place them would be in this cage, but that would mean this set of digits was also 753, and that's clearly impossible now. So 753 don't go there. So at least one of, well, you can't have just 2 of them in this row, because you'd need the third one to make the 15 sum. So 1 of 7, 5 and 3 is going in this row. And not 2. And not 3. Oh, could it be none? No, it couldn't be that either, because if you put 753 more there, not only would you have a problem with that 15 cage, you couldn't put 753. So it's exactly 1 of 753 is going in this cage. Now, given the old plus shape, there has to be an odd digit in the middle. In fact, there has to be an odd digit in the middle of all of these cages. Okay, I'm changing the colouring of that cage to pink so that I can make all of these central digits odd, which I've only just realised. But that might actually be very helpful. This digit, for instance, is 1 or 7, because it's odd and it sees 3, 5, 9. Now, if you had a 1, it would have to be flanked by 6 and 8. If you have a 7, it's obviously not a 5 in the middle. In fact, that's not a 5, that's not a 5. We're going to need, for our magic squares, we've had 1 5 in the middle and another 5 in the middle. Oh, and a third one. We're only going to need 1 more. I don't know which of these is going to be it. Anyway, sorry, got distracted. If you have a 7 in the middle of a row, it's going to have to be flanked by even digits. Anything that's not a 5 is going to be flanked by even digits. So they're going to be even. That's not a 5. They're going to be even. That's not a 5. They're going to be even. It's really weird. I'm having to deconstruct magic squares in a way I've never done in my head. So that's all the 4 evens in this box. And these 2 can't include a 4. That's 6 or 8. That's 2 or 6. If this was a 7, now what is 7 flanked by in a magic square? It's either 3 and 5, but when it's even digits, no, it's never flanked by 3 and 5. 7, oh, it goes with 2, doesn't it? It goes with 2 and 6. Yeah, it goes with a pair that add up to 8 that are even. They are 2 and 6. So if that's a 7, this is 2 and that's 6. If that's a 1, this is 6 and that's 8. Yeah, I'm just faffing around, not understanding what I'm doing. That's okay. Right. Did we decide that couldn't be a 5? What we decided was this couldn't be a 753 triple, but could it be 159? The answer is no. This couldn't be 159 because 1 there and a 1 here would require a 1 here, which isn't happening. So this is not 159 or 753, so it's even, odd, even, and that is not a 5. It is 1, 3, or 7. And the odd digits, 7, 5, and 3, that have to find their way into this group must be there, there, and there. So those are 7, 5, and 3 in some order. This is so strange. And now we have 3 and 7. What are they in the middle of as even digits? We just worked it out up here. 7 is in the middle of 2, 6. 3 comes in the middle of a pair that add to 12, which are 8, 4. I don't, well, that can't be a 4. But that could be a 4 if that was 8, and this would be 3. That's now a 3-7 pair, because 5's not in the middle of these even digits. Yeah, that's good. That's 5 in the box. And these are a set of 2, 4, 6, 8. So strange. 5's in one of those 2 cells. Now, 5 has to be one remaining middly cell. So one of those is a 5 as well. And there's going to be a 5 in one of those 2. By Sudoku this is now. There's going to be a 5 right here in the final box. And therefore in one of those 2. I'm suddenly switching to just trying to do Sudoku, but it's not going to work. I'm going to have to work out the magic squares, and I haven't been very good at those, but that's okay. We'll get there. We'll get there. Now, we've used 951 in yellow. I don't know. Is putting them together important in this? What is this digit? That is 3 or 7, again, because it's not 9 or 1 or 5. So 3, we worked this out down here. 3 is flanked by 8, 4, and 7 by 6, 2. It's very difficult to determine which way around they go. This digit's odd, by the way, because in this box we've had all 4 evens, and it's not 5, 9, or 7, so that's 1 or 3. This is 1, 3, or 7. I'd love to be able to use that, but I don't know how. In this central box, we've had 3 even digits there. So only one of these can be even and be 4. The other one is going to be odd and have the 5 next to it. So one of those is a 4. And in this column, that's an even digit, and there are 3 others found. So that digit is 2 or 6, and this one is odd, 1 or 9. I still think I'm approaching this puzzle in the strangest possible way. 4 is not going to be sitting next to 5. 4 is going to be sitting next to 1 or 9. Well, 4 can't sit next to 1. So 4 here is going to be sitting next to a 9 in one of these cells. So this is a 5-9 pair. These then, 9 is flanked by 2 and 4. Yes, 4 is going to be sitting next to 9, and then there'll be a 2 on the other side. Oh, and the 2 has to be here because we've got a 2 in the row. So the 2, 9, 4 cage is this one. And the other cage is the one with 5 in the middle, where both of these cells are going to be odd. And they don't include a 7, so they are 1 and 9. Right. And that is the central strut of a cage, and that is the central strut of a cage, and this one is 2. Oh, I need a 1 in this column? I don't know what to do. Oh, I've got 9 in this box, so that digit's a 1. Right. So this is a 6-8 pair. Now I've got a 6-8 pair in this row, and this has to be a 5-1 pair. Oh, sorry, I've hit the wrong cells. A 5-1 pair, and this is a 3-7 pair. This digit in the center of the puzzle seems to be a 3, and that fixes this as a 7 and this is a 3. Oh, this is going to help. That's now a 1, and this is a 7. It sees 1 and 3. That's a 3. Okay. In a moment, I'm going to consider what 7 sits with. It is flanked by digits that add up to 8, that are a 2-6 pair, and we know which way around they go. So 6 and 2. 3 is surrounded by 8 and 4. This one can't be 4. That is an 8 because it can't be 2. That's a 2. The 1 is surrounded by 6 and 8. This digit is a 4. That doesn't go with 7, or we'd need another 4. It goes with 3, and we need an 8. And when I complete this cell, I've completed nearly all of the magic squares. I haven't actually worked out what goes with what. And maybe I don't have to. That's a 6 to make this add up to 15. Actually, I can now place 7 there as well. But let me just spend a moment seeing if it's easy for me to stack these magic cages. Look, that one and that one and that one is a magic square. 672 on 159 on 834. So that's one of the magic squares. 9, what else could we got? 618. Goes with 753294. That's another magic square. And 438 951 276. And the interesting thing is, you could rearrange it to make it 276 951 438. It wouldn't make any difference at all. But there we are. We've divided up the pink, grey and yellow magic squares. The green one, we still don't know quite how these 6, 8 are going to shake down, but hopefully we're down to Sudoku now. So in this column, I've got a 1 and a 2 to place, and now I do know that that's a 1 and that's a 2. In this column, I've got 6, 8, 9. The 8 must be in box 1. I can do 6 and 9. In this box, I've got 4 and 2. 1, 5, 9 up here. That must be a 1, but I can't deal with the 5, 9 pair yet. In the row, this is a 6. In this row, that has to be an 8, and that's going to sort out this last magic square. The green magic square has 6 on top, which is going with 7, 2 next to it. 1 goes with 5, 9, 8 goes with 3, 4. That's how it works. Good. Because I was a little bit nervous that we might not disambiguate that somehow. Then we end up with 4, 8 there. Oh, the 9 in the corner has resolved to 5, 9. This is a 7, 2 pair. That's a 5. Then we've got 1, 4. In the bottom row, 1 and 9. 2, 4 and 6. This needs a 3. We've got 7 and 9 in the row above, and then 7 and 3, and there we go. We have recompiled our magic squares, and the sliced magic is complete. Good work, Benno. That's excellent fun. Most entertaining puzzle. Not really what I was expecting at the beginning somehow. But interesting indeed. And hope you had fun with that one, guys. See you again tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll say bye for now.